one more thing. Prioritize figuring out how your art, how what you create can help people, can further render more access to the field that whatever you're doing exists within. Prioritize how to best utilize your art or your practice. How can this best be utilized to help people, to create resource, to contribute to creating access to resource, to solving problems, to presenting new perspectives, to new forms of experimentation. How does my craft contribute to progress in mass? I think that's another very key piece of advice for people new to the arts is how do I serve with this? Because so far the arts has conditioned most people eager to participate to look to get as much from the arts as you possibly can. And that's it. Look to praise art history as often as you can, to the degree that your work looks like what we already said looks good. Who does that help? And furthermore, why is it that a thorough understanding of art history has been of value, of merit, of preference to the art world? If art history is really the study of European paintings that were created in the first place to further demonstrate luxury. The paintings from the Italian Renaissance, right? For instance, the paintings from the Italian Renaissance, most of them had to do with religion. Most of them were about creating visual representations of scenes from the Bible or visual representations of depictions of saints. They painted the tops of churches with all these depictions, all this imagery that was meant to further crystallize a belief system. Why is that art history? It's not to say it's not to be studied, because there are a lot of beautiful pieces that come from that era. At the same time, why is it prioritized in terms of study over Asian art, African art, South American art? Not to say those fields aren't studied, those types of art aren't studied, but they're not researched to the degree that European art is. So I say that to say the artist of the future is one that contributes to access to all kinds of different kinds of art history. Not necessarily just to know it, but in the interest of best utilizing it. Because a lot of art that is not Eurocentric, the sculptures, the textiles, the jewelry, the cooking ware, all of those things are utilized for more than just to look at. They're used for a lot of different things. And without access to them, without a robust amount of information about these different kinds of pieces of art, how do you best utilize them? You don't. And if you're making art at the bequest of a type of art that says this is the best, stop.